it, aka Hotshot Dave. I'm an over-the-road truck driver. Been doing it about 4 years, going on my 5th year. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how I got started, what I got started with, and why I got started. So, I started with a 95 Ford F350 regular cab with an 11-foot flatbed. And the way it transpired was, I was working at a dealership. I was a used car manager. Well, I was a GSM of this used car dealership. Like, I was in charge of the whole operation. There was one guy above me, but the only thing he did was approve deals and pay the bills. So it just, you know, I enjoyed my job at first, doing it for a little while. But I kept seeing these guys come in to bring us cars, you know, because we need cars. We're a dealership. And there was guys that would come in, and you know, the same guys over and over would bring me cars, and I seen them with a pickup truck, you know, and a little 3-car trailer, and he's coming in every day, or every 2 days, and I see the money I'm paying this guy. Like, you know, I handed him the check or whatever, and I knew what he was making, and I figured that, you know, there's got to be money in it if this guy was doing it. So we started talking over time, and, you know, he was talking to him, and then doing my research, I convinced myself that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a hotshot. I wanted to be a trucker, because Dad was a trucker, Grandpa was a trucker, you know, all the way back to truck drivers. His brothers are truck drivers, and, you know, there's trucking in the family. But I was the kid that they tried to push away from trucking, you know, because they didn't want their kid trucking. Or the nephew, the grandson, the great-grandson. You always want the younger generation to be better than you, not the same as you. So that's kind of where it was. So I went on to be a salesman and did really good at it. You know, made 6 figures for a little while. So it just got to the point where I got tired of dealing with the people. So this guy was coming in all the time, and he would come in and we would talk, and I told him one day, I said, man, I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna buy me a truck, and I'm gonna buy me a trailer, and I'm gonna get into this. And he kind of like, I think he kind of blew me off. Like, he's like, yeah, that's cool, you know. And one day, probably 2 months after that, I went out and I bought the truck, the 95 Ford. And I brought it to work, and he delivered that day. I said, dude, I bought my truck. He said, you did what? I said, I bought my truck. I bought my car hauling truck. And he goes, well, what'd you buy? I said, that right there. Showed him the Ford. His eyes got about that big. He said, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. But he was driving I think it was an 11 Ford F350 dually crew cab, you know, and he was driving a newer truck with a Take-3 trailer, so he had he had some money in his rig, you know. And here I come with this $2,000 truck, talking about I'm going to compete with you. I'm going to do what you do. And you know, so we talked for a little bit, and we called for a little bit, and he kept coming in, and we were talking, and then one day he goes, what trailer you gonna pull? I said, I'm just gonna pull a little 1-car. He goes, you'll never make it. You'll never make it. I said, dude, that's all I got right now. So I got that, and I started working with that a little bit. And then I was still talking to him, and one day he goes, I know where you can get a 3-car wedge at a decent price. Got Brad take care of you. I said, okay, where's that? So he gave me the phone number. Well, that phone number was the biggest and the best phone number for my career. That guy ended up selling me his trailer, ended up becoming my mentor. And Now this guy gave me a lease to own option on this trailer. So he didn't really know me from a can of paint, but he's seen the ambition, he's seen what I wanted, he's seen that I wasn't going to give up. Because I was running around in a one car, you know, and making it. So he gave me the shot, you know, helped me out, and as I said, mentored me on through it. I applied for my numbers and all that. And now, mind you, when I started this, I had almost no money, like no money. The car industry had fell off so bad that I went from 6 figures to under like 40 grand a year in a matter of months. So it took a hurting on me, and I didn't have a whole lot. I started with, you know, 5 grand and got my insurance, all that figured out. I got scammed on that though. I got scammed by my insurance. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. So he hooked me up with this guy that became my mentor, and you know, became a great friend. And even to this day, he's an older guy. And I tend to gravitate towards the older crowd, just because I'm always searching for knowledge, and I'm always digging and prying, and they're always, most old school guys are always willing to give you knowledge, like they just are. This guy just killed my momentum on this one. So you know, we started talking for a little while, and then eventually I went ahead and I was running U-Ship at the time. You know, do what you got to do to get started. Everybody does. So I finally scraped up the money to get my insurance, get my DOT, get my MC numbers, you know, all that good stuff. You know, and I was on the Hotshot Trucking Facebook page, and they were betting money how fast I'd fail. Oh, there was bets on me failing, boy. Just, you know, just because of what I had, you know. I don't know. So what he ended up doing for me was he leased me on while I was waiting on my numbers to come in, you know, on the 21 days. Because I was running U-Ship, I couldn't afford to just stop. You know, but then I also couldn't afford to be running U-Ship with numbers pending and lose my numbers. You know, it's one of them things, once you start to go legal, you just kind of got to stay legal, you know? You don't want to mess up what's coming, but you don't want to lose your tooth at the same time. So, you know, that all worked out. At least all we got going, and then finally I got my own numbers. My first run under his numbers with the 3-car, I'll put a picture up here somewhere of my 95 Ford. I'll never forget it. He had a 6-pack of cars that needed to go down to Florida out of New Jersey, and he said, well, you want to run them with me? I got to learn sometime. So that's what we did. We ran it back down to Florida, and then we got down there, and I kind of just split off and, you know, just kept it rocking. Now, that truck, boy, that truck will put any sane man in the poorhouse. Anybody with half a brain would have given up. I don't know why I didn't give up. Well, I'm not a quitter, but dude, I am here to tell you that is probably the most miserable year of my life. My life. Every 2 to 3 days I was pulled over. It was always something. Always something with that truck. Whether it's big or small, it's not made for that, obviously. You know, so I just kept plugging and plugging and plugging and plugging, kept pushing. And then eventually I did what they said that truck would never do. I blew the head gaskets in it. So when I blew the head gaskets, I had a little money saved up, but I wasn't sure what to do. And this was before the whole Enterprise thing was out there. This was before Toe Piglet. Like, there was no hotshot YouTubers at this point in my career. There was nobody for me to get advice from and bounce ideas off of. It was just me, my mentor, and that's it, you know? And so what I ended up doing was I went and I leased an enterprise truck. I rented a truck, not a lease, I rented it. And I was paying $4,000 a month for that truck. 4 G's a month I was paying for that truck, $1,000 a week. And I was surviving. So I knew in my mind, I knew at 100%, if I can get through $1,000 a week, I'm gonna succeed. I can make it. $1,000 a week is a lot of money. A lot of money. So I God bless, somebody pulled over there on the sun. So I just kept pushing along like I needed to do, and you know, because it's the only way to succeed. So finally, got a little help, and I got out of that truck. Because I call it the enterprise merry-go-round. When you're giving them guys all that money every week, every month, it's hard to just save money and put it into, you know, a new truck. Like, you gotta think, you're paying $4,000 a month for a truck, and then you need to save about 20 grand per down, 10 grand per down payment. So that's a lot of money a month that just needs to go towards a truck. So luckily my old man helped me on that one. You know, he helped me out with the loan, and that's the only wind. That's other than like the owner financing equipment. That's really the only help I had getting into this industry. And you know, that was the great truck that I bought. It lasted me about a year, and then I bought Elvira. She lasted about a year and a half. Then I bought Missy. She lasted about 6 months, and 4 months she lasted. And then we're in the big rig. So, guys, you don't need to have a whole lot of money starting up. Like I said, I started with $5 grand, and that included the payment, or that included buying my truck. That's what I started this business with, because I still had to pay my bills over there while I wasn't working. So I couldn't just take the whole savings and, you know what I mean, leave my family out of it. So, you know, that's kind of how we got into trucking. That's how I got started, and there was just no looking back from day one. I know nothing else. Like, the only thing I know really is to sell cars. I'm a heck of a salesman, you know, but I don't want to do it no more. Like, it's really not my style. It's not, you know, it's just not my forte anymore. So, you know, we're just gonna be a truck driver for a long time. So if anybody's looking to get into trucking, it's very worth it. If you're willing to be away from the house, and you're willing to work on your own equipment, and sacrifice. A lot of sacrifices. But it can and will be worth it at the end, if done correctly. So that's kind of the story on, you know, how I got started, how I got up into this old hustle, and that's where we be, you know. Oh man, looks like we got snow on the ground, or no, it's ice, something, I don't know. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the little story. And if you want to know how to be successful in this business, there's about 350 plus videos on this channel made just for you to learn how to be a car hauler or a trucker. but we focus on car hauling. So, you guys, like I said, you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, you know what to do. HotshotWedge at Gmail. Also, we've got the factoring company and the fuel cards and all that good stuff going on. So, alright guys, like, share, subscribe, hit that ding ding, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed these videos. This one's a little less about trucking and kind of inspiration on how I got started. But hope you enjoyed them. Like, share. Send them to all your buddies you know that are trying to get into hotshot trucking. Don't forget, we got JD Factors in the description. We've got Victoria from RTS. And we've got Throne. You know, Throne is a Hotshot Dave private chat board that, you know, there's a couple of us over there right now cutting it up every day. There's no BS, no nonsense, no haters, no, you know, just none of the negativity. We're all in it to have a good time, help the fellow trucker the same way we all got helped, and make money. So until then, like, share, subscribe, hit that ding ding, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.